Good?
Yeah.
Okay. So we went back into the field work center and did some validation. So just to prove again, so again, there's no company there for him to be validated to. So what I have to do is I have to go back to my main menu and into my settings and do a manual refresh. So it syncs with the system. So there's the refresh interval, but there's my manual refresh. So I hit refresh. And so it's gonna take it a minute, but it's gonna refresh with the server. And then all the jobs that we validated to him will pop in. Should be good. So again, select company. It's still trying to, still going back. So you see the progress right there. It's refreshing the environment.
Is there like a time limit that it has to go through, like a certain delay?
No.
Or just the manual refreshes?
Manual refresh causes it to go back and grab it. Otherwise, it does it every 2 hours. Goes back and updates the information.
2 hours is the default.
Yeah, 2 hours is the default.
What can you change it to? Like
on here, you can change it to 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. So again, they're not going to be doing so much stuff that we just left it at 2 hours. So we're still refreshing the environment. There we go. So it's done. So if I go back in to select the company, you'll see that in the drop-down menu, oh, I messed that up. Job cost.
Looks like it's a jarble.
There we go. It's kind of a weird screen. Again, the iPhone's pretty small, so then there's the list of all the jobs. So you can scroll through it. If he knows the job number, he can go in there and start typing. But for this instance, we'll just select one of the jobs. And again, the coordinators are there to manage what validations are. So right now we validated him to every IR job, but he doesn't necessarily need to have all those. So if you want to make it faster for him, we need to shorten that list and let the coordinators manage that. Coordinators are the superintendents. So we selected our job. So down you'll see that we're on May 22nd, and down in the bottom left corner it shows you what job you've selected. So now I want to input time, so I click on labor time. So it brings up this screen. It asks you to select an entry code, and again, an entry code is saying whether or not 9 times out of 10 it's always going to be regular 1-1. So that's, you're just saying I worked 8 hours, I worked 10 hours, I worked 12 hours, anything else like that. You're not foreman. Nobody's going to be calculating their own overtime. Payroll will do that based off of the rules that are set up. If there's a holiday that they need to account for, or they take a vacation or anything else like that, it's, again, this drop down menu it's one of the things that aren't real conducive, but they can pull it up and look at it. And so if they see that they need to do sick time or something like that, or non-field job labor, they can come in here and start. Sorry. Do the search, and then it's there we go. But either way, they'll have to search by the number. So it's 1-25. So if they come in here and 1, yeah, well, never mind.
That is not, that phone's not activated, so it's just running off.
So they select the entry code. Again, 9 times out of 10, it's regular time. They select regular time, and then they go through and they select the phase that's on the job that they're working. So we'll just do job site material. They come in here and put any hours. So we'll say they did 8 for material handling. Come out of it. If they want to, they can input some notes. We encourage them to do the notes. And then all they do is they can either hit save and exit the app, or they can hit save and continue. Okay, so we are gonna not hit save, but say they have a crew and they want to add guys to do that. So what it's going to do is it's going to show you what you have for today, but if they click up here, it shows you the ability to see who's on in his resource group. So if he was assigned to a resource group, he'd be able to, but we don't want to have them add employees themselves. That has to happen in the office. Oh, and I'm not even sure that they can. Yeah, they won't be able to. They won't be able to.
So who needs to go through?
It would be the superintendent or the coordinators that would add them to the resource group. So he doesn't look like he's assigned to a resource group. So again, you want to do that through the coordinators. They need to get them set up, but he'd be able to see all of his guys there, and so he would be able to. There'd be a list of people that he could select, and there would be a checkbox next to their name, and they'd be able to enter the time for 4 guys at one time, and so everybody would have the same record and things like that. So, so let's say he does have this. So we hit save and exit. So now it takes you back to the dashboard. And it didn't save it. I think it's because it's not activated, but this app is okay. So if I click back here, go to my dashboard, it should say 2 hours. Should technically say 10, but for some reason it's not working. I'm not sure why, but
so that's the same. Like, so next week they all have, like, Monday. Will it show the different, like, days, kind of like it does in Field Work Center, like line by line? Or?
Yes. So once he would get that, but for some reason his app's not working. I don't know if it's because the phone's not activated or what. But so he would see a graph right here that would show him his distribution by each day, things of that nature. And all he's doing is scrolling right to left. So, and there you go. That's basic input. There's some other capabilities in there, but I think it's something that we more or less want to develop and get guys just using it. So